Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Dolder Grand Hotel here in Zurich. We are at the event of Zurich Invest. And with me here is now Keith Neumayer, well-known gentleman out of the silver business, silver production business, the CEO of First Majestic. And we want to talk about the last 6 months, of course. Keith, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the last 6 months, we spoke the last time, I think it was in November at the Precious Metal Show in Munich. So give us a short idea what happened.
Well, I think the biggest thing since then was the acquisition of the Santa Elena silver mine. This is an acquisition that closed on October 1st of 2015. And as a result of that, we had a record Q4. We just news released our Q1 numbers just last week, and we had a record Q1. We had 5.1 million ounces of silver production in Q1. So we're well on our way of reaching our target of about 19 million ounces for the year.
Wow, fantastic. If you say 5.1 million ounces silver, is it silver equivalent, or is there also any byproducts like gold or whatever attached?
Yeah, that 5.1 is silver equivalent, so there's some gold in there, there's a little bit of lead and zinc as well, but it's mostly silver.
Fantastic. When you say record production, I think that's always good when you can achieve a higher production with, let's call it the same material. What happened to the cost?
The costs have come down very nicely. Actually, Q4, we were in the mid $11 range on an all-in sustaining cost basis. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll come out with the financial numbers for Q1, and I think you'll see lower numbers even in Q1.
Wow, fantastic. And this with silver price, I just checked it some 10 minutes ago with 17.15. So that's a healthy margin, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's very nice to see. You know, we did our budgets at $14 and $1,000 gold, $14 silver, and the business is, you know, virtually break even at those numbers. You know, with when you include all our costs and so on and so forth. But at the current levels, for every dollar move in the silver price, that's an extra $18 million that drops to our bottom line. So, you know, with gold at $12.50 and silver at 17, the company is doing very well right now.
Great, fantastic. We even expect silver, let's put it that way, closer to 20 instead going back to 12, I would say.
Yeah, so I think, well, the bottom is definitely in, for sure. There's without a doubt, you know, gold is and silver are starting it's in the beginning of the new bull market, without a doubt. You know, it's not going to be straight up. No market is ever straight up.
That's right.
You know, the last couple of weeks have been obviously quite exciting, but you know, over the next couple of months, you know, people who are not invested in this market, you know, really need to look seriously at getting into the gold and silver sector.
Fantastic. This raises a question in me: what do you do with all the money?
Well, you know, look, I want to see the treasury start growing, and we've got lots of things to do with the money. You know, we've built this business over the last 13 years by, you know, expanding our operations, buying assets, building mines, and we want to start doing that again. You know, we've got a portfolio of some really good assets we'd love to build, and as I get more confident, as our treasury starts to build over the next several quarters, we'll start deploying capital again and start building the business.
Fantastic. May I ask you a general question about the silver market? I mean, you are one of the top silver producers in the world, that's no doubt. But what is your view on the silver market now? I mean, we got up finally from $13 something, now over the 17. Where do you see it? Where do you see supply demand in 2016?
Well, the supply demand is very good, and unfortunately, though, you know, supply demand doesn't really affect price. You know, what affects price is attitude. You know, it's you know, if a supply demand actually affected the silver market, we would not be trading at, you know, $17 an ounce. You know, if you go back to 2011, for example, when silver was $50, there was actually less demand for silver then than there is today. So and there's actually less production today than there was back then. So,
really?
Yeah, production actually dropped in 2015. So, you know, the supply demand fundamentals for the metal is extremely good. You know, I've been quoted, you know, saying several times that I expect triple-digit silver. And I'm serious about that. You know, we were trading at 80 to 1, you know, just a few weeks ago. I think the ratio right now is about 75 or 73 to 1, silver to gold. But we're mining 10 to 1. So for every 1 ounce of gold we're mining on a global basis, we're mining only 10 ounces of silver. So the rarity of silver is very much misunderstood. Silver is much rarer than most people actually think it is. And I think once the market wakes up to that, we will see a reset in the silver price. And quite interestingly enough, we've been approached by Samsung just recently, and they are wanting to bid on our silver. And this is the first time in the 13-year history of First Majestic that we've ever been contacted by an electronics manufacturer to buy silver direct.
Wow.
Because normally they would just go to the bank and buy their silver for their phones and televisions and so on. But for them to come directly to us as a producer tells you, I think, there's something changing in the marketplace.
I love to hear that, honestly. I mean, after we saw, I think it was last week, that Deutsche Bank, was like accused that they manipulated the gold and the silver market, and some, big guys will follow. It looks like a change of paradigms.
I think so. It's here, and as I said earlier, nothing's straight up. But I think we'll see over triple-digit silver prices. I wouldn't be surprised to see $100, $140, $150 silver over the next 3 to 5 years.
Next 3 to 5 years, I love that comment. Great. Well, I bought my first silver, I think, at $4.50, so that looks like a nice yield.
Oh, you're smart. Very smart. You're a smart guy.
Thank you very much, Keith. Fantastic. That was a great, short update about the company, and it looks like you're doing great. You're earning a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure you have some good ideas in your head.
Yeah, and the stock has been doing really well.
Absolutely.
And just on the stock, just for 1 second, if you compare our production today to what it was back in 2011, we produced 7 million ounces of silver in 2011. Today we're close to 20. So let's just, for simple math, say we're 3 times larger than we were back in 2011. Our market cap back then was $3 billion. So 3 times 3 is $9 billion, let's say, if everything was the same as it was back in 2011. That's a $60 share price. Right, so even though the stock has gone up a lot in the last month or so, I think that, if silver does move the way I'm expecting it's going to move, there's a lot of upside left in the stock.
That's for sure. Lots of upside in the share price and upside for big dividends.
Yeah, that's right. That will be coming eventually.
Great, super. Keith, thank you very much. All the best for that, and we look forward to your numbers then, and especially to the next quarters, I would say.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Keith Neumayer, the CEO of First Majestic Silver, and you heard it. Everything is well on track. Record production, record numbers, 19 million ounces, for this year in the estimate, and as I like his statement about the silver price, 3 to 5 years, $100 to $150. That's exactly what we think also. So we are on the same page. We look forward on that. Check out the company. Thanks and bye-bye from Zurich.